We've all had a difficult time buying tickets. Lakers games are expensive, but I try and find games to take my son Vinny to. It's hard to find good deals, especially at the last minute.
You shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you.
The Lakers have a ton of home games the remainder of the year. I like that in the Game Time app, they have last-minute tickets. You can see views from every seat.
Game Time is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. Their all-in pricing shows your total up front, so you know you're getting a great deal before you buy. They also have the Game Time guarantee, which means you'll always get the best price.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time.
Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code J&J for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code JANDJ for $20.
Forget about what the calendar says. Football season is right around the corner, and that means Best Ball Week at DraftKings isn't far behind. Here's what you need to know. DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest is our biggest fantasy contest ever. We're talking 15 million guaranteed prize pool with that's right, 2 millionaires being crowned for first and second place.
If you're a set it and forget it type, then Best Ball is for you. No waiver wires, no roster management, bigger rosters so injuries won't end your season. Only the draft, and that's it. You're set for the season. And 15 million in prize money is no joke. Still not convinced? Check this out. This year, DraftKings is offering everyone a Draft One, Get One special. Your $20 entry fee scores you a bonus ticket.
Get ready for Best Ball Week at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins, Jenkins, for all customers who enter the NFL Best Ball $15 million millionaire contest to get a bonus ticket. Only during Best Ball Week, only on DraftKings. Welcome to Jenkins and Jones on the Volume Podcast Network. It is Thursday, July 25th, and we're blanket skipping the intros because we're on a time limit. But I just want to say, usually we bullshit for a couple of minutes before we start the show, but we didn't get a chance to do that. So what's going on? How y'all doing? Good to see you guys.
Good to see y'all too, man. Always good to see y'all.
The lighting looks great for both of you right now. You're both looking very handsome. You both look like you're glowing.
Yeah, getting that natural light. You know, I got the window open. I got the curtains open and shit. So
I can see the shadows on the plants in the background. Very realistic looking life you've got over there.
like an actual hue.
Somi baby's big on natural light, bro. We turn the light on inside. She's like, I like natural light. So yeah,
she said I like natural light.
For sure. Yeah.
I don't think my 11-year-old son knows the difference between natural and artificial light.
That's very Gen Z.
Yeah, she like natural light. The other lights is nasty. You know what I mean? She ain't fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? The purest
Gen Z
form of
calls
light.
Gen Z calls it the big light. They don't like the big light. They'd rather have like ambient lighting or natural light than like the overhead light.
That. So Gen Z really talks like that?
Yeah.
Are you
the big light
Gen Z? You Gen Z, aren't you?
He's a millennial.
I am.
You're
a
young millennial.
I'm pretty close to the cusp.
He's as close to a millennial as we are to Gen X. Like this podcast window spans the entire millennial spectrum.
How close are we to Gen X? I didn't think we were that close. Are we close?
I always feel like I'm way more Gen X than millennial. Like we're borderline, but like I feel like I identify I feel like the millennials are the hey, look at me generation, and I'm the leave me the fuck alone generation. You know, I'm way more aligned with them.
You think millennials are hey, look at me?
What year were you guys born?
82.
What year were you guys born?
I was born 81.
84. It's
Google says Gen X is until 1980.
But
I always felt like I was right on the cusp. I felt more Gen X than millennial, dog. I really do.
But the difference for you and us is that technology is a native language to us.
That's what exactly.
Like that's and Tyler's a great example because he does not love a lot of aspects of technology, but you had social media.
Best at one particular.
You had right.
Yeah.
Right. But like, there's no Gen X Dragonfly Joneses. You know what I mean? Like, there's no.
They're just Tylers,
unless they were famous as something else and got on Facebook or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well, screeching change of topics.
Time crunch. Move it along, Mike.
Let's talk about the NBA TV deal information that was announced the other day. Just a quick blow by blow. The NBA announced that they'll have a partnership with Amazon replacing TNT. They said that contrary to reporting, TNT did not match the terms of Amazon's deal, which is why they're going with Amazon. Then TNT issued a press release and said, actually, our shit did match, motherfucker, and we'll see you in court.
In court.
They said court? Right?
Yeah, they threatening legal action.
Okay.
Well,
Speak
because
to it.
according to the I listen, I'm not the most informed person on this. According to my understanding of their contract that between TNT and the NBA, TNT has the right to match any offer, and that if they do match an offer, the NBA has to accept their offer. Mm-hmm. And so, as such, that definition of did they match what Amazon was offering or not has pretty significant consequences, because potentially the NBA could be like, it could be actionably enforced that they have to sign a deal with TNT. So all of that's very fascinating. Aside from that, obviously the three of us have talked quite a bit about how important Inside the NBA is to basketball culture. I felt like basketball fans voiced that loudly and clearly over the last year as well. And the NBA has clearly signaled that they could not possibly give less of a fuck. That that part of it, that the enjoyment and the culture does not matter nearly as much as money, obviously, but then also this plan where they're going to have a nationally televised game every night. This is sort of their vision for going forward. But what was your guys' reaction to hearing that TNT might be done with the NBA and we might not have Inside the NBA anymore?
Yeah, y'all remember I dropped the whole story about TNT matching in the group chat a couple of days back when it happened. I was like, I'm tempering my expectations here because I just don't know how you can either outbid Amazon, or I was like, I'm sure Amazon has like some fucking financial loopholes that I do not understand. We're going with them is still going to make them more money, even if the contract numbers are the same, right? Like, this is a fucking corporation that makes $1 gazillion a month and doesn't pay a penny in taxes, right? Like, they figured out how to game the system, you know what I mean? So I never thought, you just don't go up against Amazon and win, you know what I mean? So I never had my expectations up, and I don't know, bro. It just feels like TNT was like fighting to keep the NBA fun, and they lost, and the NBA was like, nope, we want the money as should be expected in these situations.
I was thinking, like, why would you even give an offer if it doesn't match? When I heard about it not matching, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, how does that make sense? Hey, we'll give you this. I know it's not as much. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's taking that offer. So I don't know why they would give an offer that doesn't match. So that doesn't make sense to me. But like, see, I think Inside the NBA is just as important as the NBA to me. You know what I'm saying? As far as my watching experience, you know what I mean? Like, I like Inside the NBA just as much as I like the games. You know what I mean? Losing Inside the NBA is a big, 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 big loss. So I really truly can't imagine. I don't know if did I watch basketball before Inside the NBA? I feel like it feels like it always was around. You know what I mean? So yeah. I just can't imagine what it would look like afterwards. But I mean, of course they chose the money. And like Tyler said, I feel like you go up against Amazon, you're not going to win. I feel like they're willing to buy the NBA even if they take a loss, you know what I mean, because of what it does for the brand. Maybe monetarily in that deal itself is a loss, but for the brand it might be a win. So yeah.
It's really sad, and I think a reflection of where we are as a country, that you're like, oh, the mom and pop $1 billion corporations can't stand up against the real $1 quadrillion corporations.
The monopoly.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm sad about that. John, you mentioned how important it was to you just because how much you liked it. I don't know that my son is as nearly as big of a basketball fan without that show. It's a way to, when there's games every night. Like, I think this is something baseball has lacked. This is one of the reasons baseball has struggled with younger viewers. When there's stuff on all the time and there's famous people doing cool shit all the time, you need a funnel experience, is what I always think of it as. And like, if it wasn't for Shaq a Fool, no shit, I don't know that Vinny would be like, he's going to be a lifelong NBA fan. If it's just, hey, this shit's on all the time, there's a game on every night, you're going to always feel like you're missing something. I don't know that you have that bottom rung of the ladder to get new fans in as easily when you start stripping this stuff away. And obviously they don't give a fuck about the long-term picture of that. It's just what was the most money on the table right now. But that's why it makes me sad. It's because I think about that. I think about, okay, Vinny's got a kid. He wants to get into basketball. What's that going to be? Oh, it's on your phone all the time, along with 10
analytics. That's what's going to do it. Analytics, the Raptor, the LeBron analytic. You know what I mean? That'll get him.
Those playground arguments about offensive efficiency ratings. Yeah. We did get as Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tyler.
No, I was gonna say, something you mentioned about, there's just not like something for youth to really latch on to convert them to NBA fans. Like we had inside stuff growing up every fucking Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
I was
Ahmad Rashad, right?
Yeah, Ahmad Rashad and Willow Bay. Speaking of fucking big ass corporations, did y'all know Willow Bay was married to Bob Iger?
I did not know that.
I did know this because she's the president of the USC Journal, or she's not the president. She was like the dean of the USC Journalism School.
Yeah, so that's wild. I just learned that like a few weeks back there and all this shit. So yeah, like inside stuff was just a staple for our generation on Saturday afternoons. Like they put it on after the cartoons for like the preteens, the adolescent block, like right around Saved by the Bell and shit. And it really lured us in, bro. It was such an incredible show. And I think that show like is very responsible for turning a lot of folks our age into fans when we were kids.
I mean, we got to see these guys as more than athletes. We got to see the personality of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like seeing people like, Shaq. I mean, dude, I watch Shaq and Charles. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, everybody knows Shaq. Charles was a fucking god. Fuck what you saying. A nigga was a dog. And to see Charles, you know what I'm saying, be who he is, like now, like seeing his personality. Brother, as a kid, we thought Charles was a dickhead. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like this was been so. I mean, it was totally the opposite. Like I feel like they had us thinking this. We thought Jordan was who Charles actually is. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like as far as personality wise or whatever. But dog, like seeing these gods be humans is so amazing to me. And so, like, I feel like that's what's special about it. And then the way they get a lot of these athletes to be humans as well. Like, do we get that quote, bring your ass from Anthony Edwards if he's not talking to an inside NBA dude? You know what I'm saying? If he's talking to a square, we might not get that. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
we might get to bring your butt,
Yeah. Bring your tail. Bring your derriere, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hind parts.
Bring your rear end to Minnesota, friend. Pal. Dog. So yeah.
We have gotten the news that I think we were all simultaneously hoping for / dreading, which is that it does appear that NBC, as part of getting NBA games back, is going to put Mike Tirico as their top play-by-play NBA guy. Gentlemen, can the podcast survive this appointment?
I want to ask you, Mike, how do you feel as an Italian seeing a fellow Italian, receive
this your fault.
such a degree of honor?
I'm down for my paisanos, bro. I ride for my paisanos. I love to see an Italian man winning,
Good to see you. But yeah, I mean, I mean, all jokes aside, I think Tirico's great at what he does.
He's great at his job.
Yeah, he is. I think it's a good choice by them, but the chuckles are gonna just always be there now, especially with me when this motherfucker's calling games. That's just some shit you can't look past, dog. I'm sorry.
I think you two have made that the case for a lot of fans also. Who are gonna have it like director's commentary playing in their head when they're seeing Mike Tirico do NBA games.
Who are they gonna have post game? Like, why do I stay on whatever station or streaming platform it's on? Like, why am I still on Prime after the game? Like, I just can't imagine they build a team up anywhere close to Inside the NBA. Inside the NBA was was perfection.
Here's the rumor mill at this moment is that NBC with Tirico will be doing a basketball night in America that mirrors what they've done with football night in America. That's got a mixture of coaches, and I think it'll be better than what ESPN is doing because ESPN is not very good.
Basketball night in America sounds dry as fuck.
But I agree with you, but it'll be in that model. The talk is that Amazon is going to try and just put the big boy testicles on the table with Inside the NBA and buy as many of those guys as they can. But if you've seen Amazon's
Ernie ain't going
coverage, Ernie's not going.
Yeah.
So
I think everybody else is willing to take that bag.
It'll be a bag, and
it'll be the baggiest bag.
And they've got the money to try and throw at Michael Jordan or Magic or anyone that they want to try and go after, because like Tyler said, they're fucking Amazon. They're not a media company. We've replaced the global goods economy company.
Listen to me. If they getting those guys, we enjoyed you, Ernie. MJ and Chuck talking shit with Shaq. Nigga, bro. I don't. Hey,
I don't
maybe the
know.
universe is on our side here. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I can't see MJ. I can't see MJ though. I can't see them paying MJ to do that'd be fire though.
But there are dollar amounts out there, right? TNT has Wayne Gretzky on their, on their broadcast. Now Michael Jordan exists in his own class, but it's not like people don't have numbers, and it's not like there aren't companies willing to hit those numbers. So it'll be interesting to see who they go after. But that's the word seems to be that they're going to try and go for star power and kind of dazzling people. Like, you don't have Underdog putting shit on t-shirts anymore, but we've got Michael Jordan and Chuck like arguing. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Here's my question to you guys. Can you close your eyes and picture in your head someone explaining to Charles Barkley Mike Tirico's position on his race?
I don't know, but they should televise it.
Yeah,
I don't know what
I would pay money to see that.
I would pay per view money, $79.99. Take it from me. I have to see this. At minimum, he's going to burst out laughing in Tirico's face. We will get that, bro. It would be I would love to see that. Love to see that.
All right. We've got the Olympics coming up. I've got a couple quick Olympics questions for you guys. What weird Olympic sport do you think you would be best at?
Wow. Give me some weird ones.
There's the rowing one. There's
rowing?
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, there's rowing, but then there's the like whitewater kayaking that really seems like if you could just not flip the boat over, you have a pretty good shot of winning.
I can't swim myself away. It's over with, nigga. Which I need this. I worked on it. I stopped. I need to get back to working on that swimming thing.
I feel like the 3-on-3 basketball opens some windows. There's a lot of people out there who could be the third worst player on a good 3-on-3 basketball team. I could play defense.
I play hoop it up. We made it pretty far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just, nigga, nah. Basketball is too many good players out there.
I feel like John is so into cardio. I feel like that race walking.
Race walking is an Olympic sport.
That shit's weird as
I feel like John
zone 2 cardio in an Olympic sport because I would dominate. Walking as fast as I can, keep my heart rate under 128. The best in the world.
The race walking is one of the weirdest sports. The only rule is that you can't have both feet off the ground at the same time. So that's
my
what
hips aren't mobile enough for that, bro. I mean, I think
it is all of
mobility needed. I don't think I have the mobility needed.
It's a very sassy. It's a very sassy motion.
I'm not mad at sass. I think I have enough sass in me to win. It's just the my body isn't built enough.
One of the wildest sports clips I've ever seen was a race walker, because the very long distances, due to chafing, ripping his underwear out of the bottom of his shorts in the middle of a race.
Bro, you gotta do what you gotta do, my nigga. Nigga, you feel me? Lions, not sheep. You feel me? Yo, snatch them draws out your ass, nigga. Page 16. YouTube, it told me. Did he win? Tell me he won.
I don't know.
Tell me he won.
I don't have the context for you. I'm sorry. All I have is the clip. I didn't go that deep in on race walking.
Bro, but if a nigga snatches draws off his ass, I'm at least check to see if he won.
I have heard that race walkers will use a whole fucking tub of petroleum jelly to keep from chafing. Yeah, just slathered.
They need to just shave their asshole like my boy. That'll prevent it. Get waxed, brother. Keep them thighs smooth. You hear me?
Tyler, what do you think about breaking? You've been break dancing, or breaking as it will be called. You've been handicapping the international odds here. Do we have a shot as the United States of America?
Oh, nah. USA gonna get spanked, bro. Like USA, we just do not have like the youth here just is not in love with break dancing and 80s rap culture like the rest of the globe is, right? Like it's motherfuckers in Europe, especially Asia, like fucking like those fucking K-pop kids. And the Filipinos and the Japanese people, they gonna bust our ass in breakdancing. It's gonna be ugly, dog. We might not even medal, and we invented the shit. And we really might not medal, dog.
I think the thing is breakdancing became some shit a white person does as a white party. So are there niggas on the team even? You know what I'm saying? Is it just like I'm not trusting a white person in a dance competition. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, those motherfuckers in like Germany and Sweden and shit, they will bust your ass in breakdancing, dog. Like they legit, man.
But it was always funny to
He's
see,
referring to an American white.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you feel me? That's who I've experienced at a party and seeing them on the fucking kitchen floor spinning on their head.
Doing the worm and shit.
Right. You scaring the hoe, man. You feel me? Take that shit outside, dude. You feel me? What you doing? Crazy. And the worm, bro. I have beef with the worm, but let's move on. We don't have time.
I just wanted to acknowledge one of the most unique Twitter interactions I've ever seen, which was that Tyler was making fun of a Republican face young man on the internet, and someone replied to Tyler and said, "Hey, real big talk from a guy who doesn't have his face in his profile picture." And Tyler responded and said, "Hey, buddy, I got a lot of podcast clips on here posted. Why don't you go take a look at the merchandise and tell me what you think?"
Hey.
And the dude admitted he was wrong. The dude was like, "You're a handsome young fella."
I respect it because I was ready to go. I was like, "Hey, look, it's videos of my face all up and down my timeline. If you want to circle back and we can get in on each other's looks, we can have a little back and forth if you like." I challenged him to an honorable duel, and he came back and was like, "Hey, I got nothing, man. You got me." And I was like, "Hey, props to you, dog."
Yeah, he liked the material.
Yeah,
he's like, "Hey, man,
I've never seen that. I've never seen that on Twitter." And I also appreciated that someone replied to that guy and was like, "Normally I agree with you, but this specific person is the exception to this rule." The bottle has been there since before you existed. Like,
told you.
Who is this dude?
Big Gen X
man?
energy, dog.
Yeah, hey, send me that interaction. I want to see that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna engagement farm the fuck out of that. I'm gonna screenshot the whole interaction and be like, "This is why I can never leave." You know what I mean? 40,000 retweets of just a picture of someone else's jokes. Jackson, do we have time for your segment or do we not have time for your segment?
Sure, we can do it. We can just bring it back. We'll just do a
Jackson has a new segment and we have 5 minutes and we're gonna hit it.
I have a new segment. It fits perfectly in line with what we were talking about today about millennials versus Gen Z and all this, because the game is basically guess the trend. I'm gonna tell you like something that was trending on God's internet on TikTok usually, and you're gonna have TikTok? To tell me what you think it is. I was gonna start actually with one that's sort of been co-opted already by Kamala Harris and the whole brat summer movement. I'm not sure if you guys are hip to this, but I'll skip it because of Kamala Harris. You guys get a pass for that one. She already did it. If I say the words Chapel Roan, do either three of you know what that mean, or can you guess what it means?
She's like a lesbian singer who people have fallen in love with lately, right?
Nice, great job, Tyler.
That's all I know.
She is a queer singer from Tennessee who, in the span of, not a joke, 4 months, has gone from like semi-unknown, like with a little bit of a cult following, to like headlining festivals, and is now her music is being used in Kamala Harris's like promotional videos. And she like wears drag sometimes. She's blowing up. It's insane. But I figured.
All right, Millennial Flies Jones is up 1-0.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before. Does the brat movement means like that she like they fucking with her, right? Like she's a.
The brat thing is that Charlie XCX, who was a British singer, released an album called Brat, and it has this like slime green chartreuse branding, and it essentially, the idea of like being a brat is like that you're very like, I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to piss off the brat stands. That you're sort of like very iconic, right? Unapologetically yourself, and you're like down to just sort of like be very blunt, and like down to like be a little silly, and like it's a lot of like on Charlie XCX's album, it's a lot about partying, which is sort of not the way they're trying to use it for Kamala, but it's very much that like she is down to like. When like the clip of one of the clips that was going around that I saw connecting her to Brat is how from the VP debate, she was like, "I'm talking. It's my time to talk, Mike." Like it's very like, shut up and like let me rock.
So the Brat Summer has nothing to do with the collectible miniature dolls of the 1990s.
The Brats? No, it has to do with a British pop star.
Hey, I'm not going to get any of these, bro.
You and me both.
This next one, I think you guys will like. This,
This is just like if the three of us did a trivia night, you and me would be like really hyping Tyler up. You know what I mean? I got a couple of things I'd be great at, but it would be like, hell yeah, you see my guy right here.
This last one, either you guys are going to know it or I'm going to explain it to you and you're going to be like, that really exists. If I say the words date right stuff, 3 words. Do you know what date right stuff is?
No, never heard of it.
You have a guess?
Does it have to do with the fruit dates?
Is it like date right stuff? Okay, go ahead. Does that have to do with fruits?
It does not have to do with the fruit. Date right stuff is a conservative dating app. And it is a conservative dating app invented by a man, this is all true, created by a man named John McEntee, who was part of Trump's White House. He was like a body man and a personal aide to Trump, and he was dismissed by the White House Chief of Staff in March 2018 after failing a security clearance background check where he was under which discovered he was under investigation by the Department of Homeland Security due to severe gambling problems. And on top of all of this, he has now started a conservative dating app and posts on TikTok these insane clips where every one of them is like 30 seconds. He's eating something. The go-to one is he'll be eating like a cup of ice cream. He'll like take a scoop of the cup of soft serve in a spoon, dip it in a bowl of sprinkles, and like give some quippy conservative line. He'll be like, I'm trying to think of one, but like it's all like very like crude and like, you know, bigoted. Yeah. But it's very much like he takes a scoop of the ice cream, dips it in the sprinkles, and he goes like, they really want us to vote for a woman, and it's the same party can't define what a woman is. Takes a bite of his ice cream, and then the video ends.
And this is popular?
It's like super popular. I don't know if it's popular because people are being earnestly liking it, or if people are watching it because it's like
TikTok
hilarious.
Is a foreign land.
Weirdos. Yeah, I'm staying away from
different universe.
Well,
hey, you gotta send us. Please send us these clips and stuff so I can really understand it.
I will.
You know what I mean, I'm just interested.
Right. That's all the time we got for today. Thanks to everyone for hanging out with us on a Thursday morning / afternoon. We will be back Sunday night with our next Game of Thrones recap, and I believe we're getting everyone out of here in time. So thanks for hanging out. Bye.
That's Brett, dude. That's Brett.
Bye.